Something inside you knows this isn't the life you were meant to live. You smile on the outside, but you feel empty within. Each day feels the same. Wake up, scroll, laugh a little, survive, repeat. There's no fire left, only noise, pressure, distraction. Dreams once bright now hide behind fear and comfort. You've told yourself you'll change, one day, but one day never comes, does it? Because change doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It waits for courage. And courage is born the moment you stop lying to yourself. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more pretending. The truth. No one is coming to save you. Not luck. Not timing. Not motivation. Only you. Your future is a reflection of what you decide today. Every small choice shapes the person you become. You can keep hiding behind "I'm not ready," or you can stand up and take control. You've been through pain before and survived. You've fallen and risen again. So what's stopping you now? Fear, doubt, the comfort of being average. Average is safe, but it kills your spirit slowly. You weren't born to be average. You were born for more. This is your wake-up call. The world doesn't need another dreamer. It needs a doer. Look at yourself, right now. You are still breathing, still fighting, still capable. And that means the story isn't over. It's just waiting for you to turn the page. You say you'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow always hides behind another excuse. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll begin when I feel ready. But ready never comes. Only regret does. Excuses sound gentle. They comfort your fear and protect your comfort zone. But deep down, you know the truth. Excuses are the softest form of self-destruction. They whisper that life is unfair, that success belongs to someone luckier, richer, smarter. But luck doesn't build empires. Discipline does. You're not unlucky. You're uncommitted. Every minute you waste is a decision to stay the same. You tell yourself stories to feel safe, but safety kills growth. You say one day, but one day slowly becomes never. Look around. How many people still dream but never move? They wait for the world to change, but the world waits for them. You don't fail because of circumstances. You fail because of excuses disguised as reasons. Your brain loves comfort. It lies to protect it. It says you've done enough when you've barely begun. It says rest when you've not earned the peace yet. It says next time when the time is now. That voice isn't your friend. It's your invisible cage. Every later steals a piece of your potential. Every tomorrow buries a dream a little deeper. You think you have time, but time doesn't owe you anything. One day, you'll look back and wish you started sooner. Wish you ignored the fear that whispered too loud. Excuses are lies dressed in kindness. They promise relief, but deliver failure. You don't need perfect timing. You need decision. Make the smallest move today. Send the message. Write the plan. Take the first step. Because the secret is simple. Momentum kills fear. Once you start, you become unstoppable. Think about it. When did progress ever come from comfort? Never. Growth demands discomfort. So stop waiting for confidence. Start acting. and confidence will follow. You've delayed enough. Now it's time to confront your excuses. You don't need permission. You need fire. You don't need more time. You need courage. Stand up, breathe, and choose differently today. Because change begins the moment excuses end. And when you finally silence that inner liar, you'll hear something powerful, your potential waking up. Nothing changes until you move. Thinking doesn't build, doing does. You can read every book, watch every video, plan every step, but without action, it's all smoke. Action is louder than fear. It doesn't wait for motivation, it creates it. When you move, energy appears. When you hesitate, doubt grows. Fear feeds on stillness. Confidence is built through motion. The first step is always the hardest, not because it's big, but because it's new. Your mind fights what it doesn't know. It says, "What if I fail?" Say, "What if I fly?" Every time you act despite fear, you teach your brain you are in control. That's how courage grows, in small, quiet acts of defiance. The world belongs to those who do. You can't think your way into success. You act your way into clarity. Stop waiting for the right feeling. Feelings follow actions, not the other way around. You want motivation? Move first. It will meet you on the road. You want confidence? Keep promises to yourself until trust replaces doubt. Action turns dreams into evidence. It transforms "I wish" into "I did." Even the smallest action matters. Because momentum doesn't care about size, only direction. Do one hard thing today. Just one. Clean your room. Send that email. Write that page. Tiny victories build giant strength, and consistency turns strength into power. Stop saying someday. Start saying today, because someday is a lie. Today is real. The people you admire. They didn't wait. They began when scared. They built confidence through repetition. They built freedom through discipline. So when fear whispers, "Not yet," answer, "I'm doing it anyway." You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step and trust the climb. Because action clears the fog. It reveals what thinking alone can't. The moment you move, the path unfolds. The moment you commit, the universe responds. The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards effort. You're not behind. You just haven't begun. But the second you act, everything shifts. Doors open. People appear. Energy multiplies. All because you chose to move, to stop waiting, to start living. And that's the difference between dreaming and becoming. Between wishing and winning. Every success story begins in the dark, not in comfort, in pain. Pain is life's greatest teacher. It doesn't break you, it shapes you. When everything falls apart, that's when you discover who you truly are. You can't grow in comfort. You grow when life hurts and you keep going. Oprah Winfrey was told she'd never make it. She was fired, rejected, laughed at. But she didn't quit. She turned every wound into wisdom. Her past wasn't a curse. It was fuel. And she used it to light her future. That's the secret of every great life. Turning pain into purpose. You've faced pain too. Loss, rejection, failure. You've met them all. But instead of running, what if you listened? What if every tear was a lesson? Because pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to awaken you. It whispers you're meant for more. But only the brave ones listen. You can bury your pain, or you can build from it. You can say, "Why me?" Or you can say, "Try me." The strongest hearts were once broken. The kindest souls were once tested. So don't curse your struggles. Honor them. They're the fire that forges your strength. Every scar tells a story. Every setback builds your armor. The nights you cried became proof of your endurance. The times you failed became lessons in resilience. You've already survived your worst days. That means you're unstoppable. Pain has a purpose: to make you rise, to show you your own power. Think of your pain as a map. It points to where healing is waiting. Follow it, because behind your wounds lies your greatest gift. You don't need a perfect life to be powerful. You need a purpose that outlives your pain. When you find meaning in suffering, the suffering loses its power over you. Oprah once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom, and that's what you must do." Let the rejection become redirection. Let failure become fuel. Stop asking, "Why me?" Start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Because when you find the lesson, the pain transforms into growth. And growth turns into peace, peace into strength. That's how purpose is born, quietly, from the ashes of what once broke you. So don't hide your story. Tell it. Your scars can be someone else's hope. Your survival can light another person's darkness. There's power in your past. Claim it. There's beauty in your brokenness. Own it. Because one day you'll look back and realize every pain was a push toward clarity, discipline, and purpose. A push toward who you were always meant to become. So breathe. Stand tall. You've walked through fire, and you're still here. That means the story isn't over. It's just beginning. And this time, the pain works for you. Close your eyes and look inside your mind. Not to escape, but to remember. There's a version of you waiting there. Brighter, stronger, free. You wake up in peace, not panic. You feel purpose before your feet hit the floor. Outside, sunlight touches a life you built. Not by luck, by choice. You see your parents smiling, proud. Their years of sacrifice finally rewarded. Your mother's hands no longer tired. Your father's eyes filled with quiet pride. They don't worry anymore, because you kept your promise. You made it. This isn't fantasy. It's a preview of what's possible. That house, that freedom, that happiness. It's all waiting beyond fear. But dreams without action are prisons. They keep you busy imagining instead of becoming. You don't need to know every step. You just need to start with one. Because once you move, the vision grows clearer. The dream starts meeting you halfway. The distance between you and success is measured in decisions, not years. Every morning, you choose comfort or growth. Every night, you choose excuses or effort. The dream version of you is built by the choices you make when no one's watching. It's built when you study instead of scroll, when you practice instead of procrastinate, when you say no to weakness and yes to work. Most people stop at imagination. They like the picture, but fear the process. But you won't, because you've seen what's possible when belief meets action. The world rewards the brave, and your bravery begins when you dare to dream again. So keep that vision close. Protect it like a flame in the wind. Because one day, if you stay committed, you'll wake up living the life you once imagined. And that moment, that quiet victory, will be worth everything you gave. Your life is not shaped by luck. It's shaped by your habits. Every choice you repeat becomes a brick in your future. You are building, or breaking, yourself daily. You don't become great overnight. You become great by what you do every morning. Check your habits, and you'll see your destiny. Because habits don't lie, they reveal you. If you waste hours scrolling, you're not relaxing. You're trading potential for distraction. If you choose comfort every time, you're teaching yourself weakness, not peace. Your phone isn't the problem. Your discipline is. Your excuses aren't real. Your standards are low. Each wasted minute adds up. Each delay steals from your future. Time is the most expensive currency you own. You can't earn it back. Only spend it wisely. Successful people don't have more hours. They have better habits. They read when others gossip. They create when others complain. They plant seeds when no one's watching. And that's why they harvest when others wish. Every small action compounds. Every small act of focus creates momentum. You don't notice change day by day. But one day, you'll realize everything is different. Because every repetition rewires your brain. Every discipline becomes identity. You won't need motivation forever. You'll become someone who doesn't wait for it. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even a little progress every day multiplies over time. Start small, stay steady, grow strong. That's the secret of mastery. Think of habits as silent architects. They're building your future behind the scenes. Every morning you wake up late, you lose ground. Every night you stay mindful, you gain it back. It's not about how fast you move. It's about how long you stay committed. Bad habits don't break themselves. You replace them. Swap one weakness for one act of strength. Read one page instead of 1 hour scrolling. Write one idea instead of one complaint. The change feels small today, but in a year, it will feel like rebirth. Because the person you want to become is hidden inside the things you repeatedly do. If you want confidence, practice discipline. If you want peace, practice focus. If you want success, practice consistency. Every result is just a reflection of repetition. Habits are proof of who you really are. They show whether your goals are real or just talk. So ask yourself, are your habits helping or hurting you? Are they building your dream or burning it? You can't rise while carrying routines that drag you down. You must let go to grow. Change one habit today, just one. Because one strong decision can shift everything, and one weak pattern can destroy it all. You are the result of what you repeat. So repeat greatness. Repeat discipline. Repeat belief. until it's no longer effort, it's who you are. That's how transformation happens. Quietly, daily, faithfully, through habit. Before you chase success, remember who taught you to walk. Before you dream of freedom, remember who worked so you could. Your parents carried your world on their backs. They gave when they had nothing left to give. Your mother lost sleep for your comfort. Your father hid his pain behind a tired smile. They never asked for luxury, only your happiness. But happiness isn't built on comfort alone. It's built on gratitude. It's built on returning what was once given. Think of their faces. Every wrinkle has a story of sacrifice. Every calloused hand is proof of their love. They didn't give you life to see you settle. They believed you'd go further, not stop halfway. They dreamed you'd create more than they ever could. So ask yourself, are you honoring their struggle? Or wasting the chance they paid for with years? Every time you work hard, you repay them. Every time you improve, you lift them higher. When you quit, you throw away their faith. When you rise, you make their prayers come true. They may never say it aloud, but deep inside, they're waiting to see you win, to see the child they raised become strong, to see the effort of their life turn into meaning. Imagine the day you hand your mother the keys to her dream home. The tears in her eyes, the quiet pride in her smile. Imagine your father's laughter when you say, "You don't have to work another day. I've got it now." That's not just success. That's redemption. It's the full circle of love, returned with action. Not just words, because love without effort is empty. Gratitude without proof is forgotten. Your parents are your first teachers of resilience. They showed you how to stand when life hit hard. Now it's your turn to show them what they created. To prove that every sacrifice was worth it. Don't wait for someday to make them proud. Someday is now. Their time is now. Success isn't only about wealth. It's about peace, the peace of seeing them smile again. So work not from pressure, but from purpose. Let their story fuel your fire, because when you rise, they rise with you. When you shine, they finally rest. And that's the truest form of success. To give back the love that built you. Everyone wants success. Few want the price. Because success demands what comfort cannot give. It asks for early mornings when sleep feels sweet. It asks for long nights when everyone else rests. It asks for sacrifice. And most people run from that word. But you can't run anymore. You've seen what waiting costs. Success is never handed, only earned. You must trade ease for excellence. Trade distraction for focus. Trade fear for faith. There's no shortcut, only the long road of consistency. The road where most give up before it blooms. You'll lose friends who don't understand. You'll be judged by people who never tried. You'll question yourself on quiet nights. You'll cry when no one's watching. But those moments, those tears, are the currency of growth. The proof that you're paying the real price. There's a story of a young man named Arlen. He wanted success more than anything. He asked his mentor, "What's the secret?" The mentor smiled and said, "Come with me." They walked to the ocean. The mentor led him deep into the water. Suddenly, he pushed Arlen's head under. Seconds passed. Panic rose. Breath disappeared. Arlen fought, desperate for air. Finally, the mentor pulled him up. Gasping, trembling, Arlen shouted, "What are you doing?" The mentor looked at him calmly. "When you want success as badly as you wanted to breathe, then you'll have it. That's the truth most can't face. You must want it that deeply. You must hunger for success like life itself. Not casually, fiercely, because average effort brings average life. But obsession creates greatness. Every victory you admire was once pain in disguise. Every champion paid with sweat and sacrifice. No one escapes the grind. Even talent fades without effort. The world only crowns those who persist, those who refuse to quit when it hurts. There will be nights when your body aches, when your mind whispers, "Give up." That's when you choose to keep going. That's when winners are born. The gym at 5 a.m., the study after midnight, the rejection that builds your patience. These moments define you. While others seek comfort, you're building character. While they laugh, you focus. While they rest, you rise. Don't envy others' success. Respect their struggle. You see the glory, not the grind. Every step they took alone, every failure they hid. Every scar became a symbol of their will. And now it's your turn to pay your price. No excuses, no shortcuts, no fear. Sacrifice doesn't mean suffering forever. It means choosing purpose over pleasure, choosing growth over comfort, choosing long-term over easy now, because every sacrifice builds momentum, and momentum becomes power. You may lose comfort, but you'll gain confidence. You may lose people, but you'll find purpose. You may lose sleep, but you'll wake with meaning. And meaning is worth every tear. One day, all those lonely nights will make sense. You'll see why quitting was never the answer. You'll stand taller, calmer, stronger. Because pain has transformed into pride. Remember, success will cost you, but regret will cost more. You can pay with effort now, or pay with disappointment later. The choice is always yours. The bill always comes due, so stop searching for easy. Start searching for worthy, because the harder the climb, the better the view. And when you reach the top, you'll understand. Every sacrifice was sacred. Every moment of struggle was the making of you. Look around you. Who stands beside you when no one's watching? Your circle shapes your future more than you know. Energy is contagious. Choose it wisely. If you surround yourself with laziness, you'll begin to slow down too. If you surround yourself with vision, your soul starts to grow. Your friends are mirrors. They reflect who you are becoming. If your circle doesn't challenge you, it's not a circle, it's a cage. You can't rise while surrounded by those who refuse to climb. Their comfort becomes your ceiling. You think loyalty means staying, but loyalty to mediocrity kills your potential. Real loyalty is to your purpose, to the future version of you. You owe it to yourself to evolve, even if that means walking alone for a while, because silence is better than small talk that shrinks your spirit. And solitude is better than company that dims your fire. When you start to change, some people will call you different. Good, you're meant to be. Change means growth, not betrayal. If they mock your focus, they're revealing their own fear of discipline. Don't explain your vision to those who can't see. Your energy is too precious to waste on convincing. Spend time with people who think bigger, who push you higher, not hold you down. Winners talk about progress. Losers talk about people. So listen carefully. If every conversation drains you, it's a warning. Protect your peace like treasure. It's the foundation of your clarity. You can't bloom in poisoned soil. You need light, not noise. Find mentors who make you uncomfortable. Friends who remind you of who you could become. A strong circle will expose your excuses. A weak one will help you defend them. Surround yourself with those who make you dream louder, who see your potential even when you forget. Because the right people don't compete, they inspire. They celebrate your growth, not fear it. You become like the 5 people you spend most time with. So choose your 5 with intention. Replace gossip with ideas. Replace distraction with drive. Your circle should make you feel alive, not guilty for wanting more. Walk away from those who love your old self, but fear your evolution. Growth will offend those still standing still. Let it, because you're not leaving them behind. You're showing what's possible. Stay humble, stay kind, but never shrink to fit. Your circle can be your limit or your ladder. Choose the latter, because when the company around you rises, you rise too. And together, you build an atmosphere where greatness becomes normal. That's the power of the right circle. It turns dreams into destiny. Before anyone believes in you, you must believe first. The world mirrors your conviction. Doubt yourself, and it doubts you too. Confidence isn't given, it's built. Built through patience, failure, and faith. You can't wait for approval. You must decide you are enough, because no one sees your vision like you do. No one feels your fire the way you feel it. There will always be voices saying you can't. Let their doubt become your fuel. When they laugh, smile quietly. Because one day, your success will silence everything. Belief is the seed of every great story. But without it, nothing begins. Before the dream, there was only courage. And before courage, there was choice. You don't need permission to rise. You need conviction to continue. Meet Sophia, a girl who painted her dreams in color. But the world told her she wasn't good enough. They said, "Be realistic." She said, "I'd rather be alive." Every rejection pushed her forward. Every insult built her strength. Now her art hangs in galleries around the world. Because she refused to believe the noise. That's the magic of belief. It turns pain into possibility. When you trust your path, the universe begins to move with you. Doors open where walls once stood. Light appears where darkness lived. Even when no one claps, keep working. Even when no one watches, keep believing. Because your faith must be louder than fear. Your vision must outlast doubt. People will question you until you win. Then they'll say they always knew. So stop needing validation. Start giving yourself permission. Tell yourself daily, I am capable. I am worthy. I am enough. Your words shape your reality. Your belief shapes your destiny. When you walk with certainty, opportunity recognizes you. The energy of belief is magnetic. It attracts everything aligned with your purpose. So keep believing even when it hurts. Because every seed grows in silence first. And one day, your quiet faith will roar louder than their doubt. Believe now, before you see proof. Because faith comes first, results follow. You don't need to be fearless to start. You just need to move with faith anyway. Because when belief lives inside you, nothing outside can stop you. You are powerful beyond measure. You are not waiting. You are becoming. And that belief, steady, strong, unshaken, is where your real journey begins. Everyone fears failure, but failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every person you admire has failed more than you know. The difference is, they didn't stop. Failure is not falling. It's refusing to rise. Each mistake carries a message. Each loss hides a lesson. But most people never listen. They quit before growth can arrive. Michael Jordan was cut from his school team. He could have stopped there, but he didn't. He trained longer, harder, smarter. He turned rejection into fire. That's why the world remembers his name, not his failures. Because persistence rewrites history. You don't fail when you fall. You fail when you stop learning. The universe tests everyone who dreams big. It asks, how much do you want this? And most give up just before the breakthrough. They choose comfort instead of commitment. But not you, not anymore. You've fallen enough to know the ground won't break you. Failure isn't final. It's feedback. It shows what doesn't work, not that you don't. It builds humility and strength. It teaches patience, the rarest form of power. Every no refines your direction. Every setback sharpens your focus. If success is the mountain, failure is every stone you step on to climb. You can't skip the hard parts. You can only learn to keep climbing. Stop hiding your mistakes. They're proof you're trying. The people who never fail are the ones who never dare. And a safe life is a small one. Failure humbles you, but it also builds character. It strips away ego and reveals grit, because only those who've lost everything know the strength of starting again. Failure turns fear into fuel, pain into power. When you fall, you have two choices: to curse the ground or use it to rise. Use it. Because every rise after failure makes you unstoppable. You'll realize something one day. Failure didn't hold you back. Fear did. The fear of judgment, of embarrassment, of not being enough. But none of that matters once you begin again. The world doesn't care how many times you fall. It remembers how many times you stand. Your scars aren't signs of weakness. They're proof that you endured, that you kept showing up when others ran away, that you believed again after breaking. And one day, you'll thank your failures. So, you'll see how they guided you home. Because without them, you'd never discover your real power. Without them, you'd never meet your true self. So don't fear failure. Respect it. Walk with it. Learn from it. Rise through it. Every fall writes a new page in your story. Every comeback makes the ending stronger. This is the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. Fall. Learn. Adjust. Repeat. That's the rhythm of every great life. And you're already living it. The world is loud. Everyone talks. Few listen. Noise fills your mind before the day even begins. Messages, opinions, expectations, endless. But silence. Silence is where clarity lives. It's where you finally hear yourself again. You can't grow if you're always surrounded by noise. You can't think deeply if you never stop scrolling. Silence isn't emptiness. It's energy returning home. When you sit alone, without distraction, you begin to see what truly matters, not what others want, what your soul needs. Peace is found in the pause, not the chase. Take 5 minutes a day, just 5. No phone, no music, no noise. Breathe. Listen to your heartbeat. That rhythm is life reminding you you're still here, still capable, still becoming. The world tells you to move faster, but peace whispers, slow down. Because in stillness, you meet yourself. And that meeting changes everything. You realize you're not broken, just disconnected. Not lost, just overwhelmed. Silence reconnects you to purpose. It reminds you of your why. You'll notice thoughts rising, memories surfacing. Don't run. Observe, because silence doesn't judge. It heals. You don't need to escape life to find peace. You need to escape distraction. In silence, fear grows smaller. Confidence grows louder. That's why the strongest people are calm. Because they listen more than they speak. They respond. They don't react. They act. They don't rush. Silence teaches patience. Patience teaches strength, and strength built in peace lasts longer than strength built in chaos. So make time for quiet every day. Protect it like sacred ground, because in the quiet, you'll remember who you were before the noise. And once you know that version of yourself again, you'll never feel lost in this world of voices. Silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And it's waiting for you to listen. Your mind is a garden. Whatever you plant, grows. Plant fear, and you'll harvest hesitation. Plant faith, and you'll grow freedom. Most people let weeds take over their thoughts. Doubt, comparison, negativity, all blooming daily. But your thoughts aren't facts. They're habits you've rehearsed too long. If you say "I can't" every day, your brain believes you. If you say "I can," it begins to search for proof because your mind obeys repetition, not truth. It becomes whatever you feed it. That's why discipline starts in your thoughts. You must speak power before you live it. Stop criticizing yourself for not being enough. Start congratulating yourself for not giving up. Words shape reality. Every I am is a seed of identity. Say it daily. I am capable. I am worthy. I am becoming stronger every day. At first, it feels fake. But one day, it will feel like truth. Because repetition rewires your mind. And belief rebuilds your reality. You can't think small and live big. You can't speak failure and expect success. Your mind is always listening. So feed it with hope, not fear. When doubt appears, don't argue. Replace it. Say, I am learning. Say, I am growing. You're not lying. You're reprogramming. You're reminding your brain who you're becoming. Negative thinking is lazy thinking. It takes no effort to expect the worst. But expecting better, that's strength. That's mindset. Write your affirmations. Stick them on your wall, your phone, your mirror. Speak them out loud. Every morning, every night. Because the voice you hear most often is your own. Make sure it speaks love, not limits. You've spoken fear long enough. Now it's time to speak possibility. The world around you won't change until the world inside you does. Train your mind to see opportunities, not obstacles, and watch how life begins to open. Your thoughts build your habits. Your habits build your character. And your character builds your future. So protect your mental space. Guard it like a treasure chest. Feed it discipline. Water it with gratitude, because one day, this garden of thoughts will bloom into the life you dreamed of. And you'll realize it all began the moment you decided to reprogram your mind. Close your eyes, not to escape, but to envision. See yourself living the life you desire. Not someday, but soon. See the home you've built, the peace you've earned. Feel the joy of waking up without fear, the strength of knowing you made it. That image is not fantasy. It's your blueprint, because every great creation was first imagined in the mind. But here's the truth. Visualization without action is illusion. You can dream all day, but nothing moves until you do. You must match your vision with effort. Align your dreams with discipline. Because faith without work is just a beautiful wish. The difference between wishing and achieving is action. See it, then build it. When you visualize with intensity, your brain begins to believe it's real. And when it believes, it starts commanding your body to act accordingly. That's how athletes prepare. That's how leaders rise. They live their dream twice. First in their mind, then in the world. So picture your future in detail. Where do you live? Who have you become? What does your success feel like? What kind of peace fills your heart? Hold that vision until it burns bright, until it becomes impossible to ignore. Then move, even if it's messy, even if you're afraid. The first action makes the dream tangible. It tells the world, I'm serious. No one will believe in a dream. That you don't act on yourself. Dreams demand movement. Movement creates momentum, and momentum transforms imagination into evidence. One step at a time. You don't need to see the finish line. You just need to move in faith. The picture will sharpen as you go. The path will reveal itself as you walk. You've already seen the life you want. Now give it reason to exist. Wake early. Plan your day. Take one bold step. Because every action is a vote for your future, and every hesitation delays it. The dream is waiting, but it won't wait forever. So visualize with clarity, act with courage, and watch how your imagination becomes your reality. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. But if you don't control it, it controls you. Thoughts are seeds. If you let fear plant them, fear will grow. If you feed your mind doubt every day, it will poison every dream. Your thoughts create emotions. Your emotions create actions. And your actions create results. That's how destiny is built, from within. Most people lose the battle before it begins. Not in reality, but in their mind. They think I can't before they even try. And the mind obeys. It stops trying. You become what you constantly think about. So guard your thoughts like sacred ground. When negativity knocks, don't open the door. When fear whispers, don't listen. Replace the thought instantly. Say, I am in control. Because you are. You always were. Your mind will test you again and again. It will replay old wounds, old fears, old failures. But you're not your past. You're your decisions. And today, you decide to think better. You can't stop thoughts from arriving. But you can stop them from staying. Don't fight your mind. Train it. Feed it discipline instead of drama. Focus is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you catch yourself thinking small, choose strength instead. Say, I'm learning. Say, I'm growing. Say, I'm not giving up. That's mental training. That's how you build resilience. Stop letting your emotions drive your actions. Let your purpose drive your emotions. Because emotions are like weather. They change, they pass. But vision stays. And it must lead the way. You'll notice your thoughts trying to drag you back. They'll say you're not enough, not ready, not smart. When they do, pause. Breathe. And speak to your mind like a leader. I hear you, but I don't believe you. Every time you do that, you reclaim power. You train your brain to serve you, not scare you. To work for you, not against you. The truth is, life will never be peaceful if your mind is chaotic. You can change your job, your city, your friends. But if you don't change your thinking, nothing changes. Peace begins with perspective. Freedom begins with focus. You can't control everything that happens. But you can control how you respond. That's your superpower. Response. That's how leaders rise. When chaos comes, they stay calm. When fear comes, they stay focused, because they've mastered the battlefield within. And once you win there, you win everywhere. So take command of your mind. Train it to see progress, not problems. To seek lessons, not losses. To focus on what you can build, not what you can't. Your thoughts can either be your prison or your wings. The choice is yours. Control your mind, and you'll control your world. That's where true freedom begins. Big dreams often start as small whispers. Quiet, uncertain, but full of hope. Everyone wants transformation. Few respect the process. They look at mountains and forget every climb begins with one step. Just one. You don't need to leap. You need to begin. Because beginning is bravery. Small actions build big change. Every drop fills the ocean of success. Read 1 page a day. Learn 5 new English words. Save $10 a week. Exercise 10 minutes each morning. It sounds simple, Too simple. But that's the secret. Simplicity builds momentum. People fail not because it's hard, but because they expect instant results. Growth is slow, but it's sacred. Progress unseen is still progress. Think of a seed buried in soil. It's growing before it's visible. You're the same. Every quiet effort is building your foundation. Don't rush the harvest. Water the roots. Discipline is invisible before it shines. The world rewards consistency. Not intensity, not speed, but staying power. Start small, but stay committed. Every repetition strengthens your future self. One step becomes habit. Habit becomes identity, and identity becomes destiny. That's how transformation unfolds. Don't wait for a perfect moment to act. The first moment you move is perfect enough. Perfection is procrastination in disguise. Progress is power in motion. Every master began as a beginner. Every expert was once afraid to start. The difference: they moved anyway. So take the smallest step today. Send the message. Write the plan. Speak the dream out loud. Because once you begin, fear begins to fade. And when fear fades, momentum takes its place. Dreams grow through repetition, not rush. Through patience, not panic. You're not behind. You're becoming. Every day you act, you rewrite your story. Start small. Stay steady, because greatness doesn't come in a moment. It comes in the moments you refuse to quit. Small steps build giant futures. And every great dream began with someone just like you, taking one small step of courage. Stop waiting for others to believe in you. Start believing in yourself. No one will clap for your first step. No one will see your silent battles. And that's okay. This journey is yours. You don't need applause to move forward. Every time you choose discipline over doubt, you're already winning. Look in the mirror and say, "I'm proud of me." Not because you're done, but because you're trying. Progress deserves celebration. Even the smallest victory counts. Don't wait for people to notice. Notice yourself. You've come further than you think. You've survived days you thought you wouldn't. That's strength. Real, quiet, unseen strength. The kind that builds legends in silence. Be the voice that lifts you, not the one that tears you down. Tell yourself, I am improving. I am becoming. I am enough. Because the world will test you, but your own words can heal you. When others doubt, double your focus. When they laugh, double your grind. Their opinions don't define you. Your actions do. You don't need permission to shine. You just need permission to begin. Speak to yourself like a friend, not a critic. Encourage yourself like a coach, not an enemy. Because self-belief isn't arrogance, it's fuel. And without it, dreams run dry. Listen to voices that inspire, not drain you. Read books that lift, not limit you. Follow people who remind you what's possible. Because energy spreads, choose wisely. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before success, but he never called them failures, only lessons. He said, "I didn't fail. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's the mindset of a builder. Adopt it. Be patient with yourself. You're not supposed to have it all figured out yet. You're supposed to grow through it. Every setback is feedback. Every stumble still moves you forward. Clap for yourself when no one else does. You're doing what most never dare to try. Be your own motivation on dark days. Your own light when everything feels dim. Because true confidence comes from within, from showing up even when it's hard. No one's coming to rescue you, but someone is already fighting for you. You. So rise, speak kindly, and move boldly. You are your greatest ally, your strongest voice. And when you become your own cheerleader, the world can't silence your fire. In the race for more, we forget what we already have. Gratitude slows the noise. It reminds you, you are already rich. Not in money, but in moments. In breath, in love, in life. Every morning you wake up, you've already received the greatest gift, another chance. But most people miss it. They see problems, not blessings. They count what's missing, not what's present. Gratitude changes everything. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, thank you. Because the moment you feel grateful, you stop feeling powerless. Gratitude gives peace, and peace gives strength. Try this. Each morning, write 3 things you're thankful for. Your health, your family, your breath. It seems small, but it reprograms your entire mindset. When you focus on what's right, you attract more of it. Simple. What you appreciate grows. Even pain can become a gift when you thank it for the lesson. Gratitude turns chaos into clarity. It turns survival into serenity. You start to see beauty in ordinary things. A smile, a sunset, a quiet meal. That's when you realize happiness isn't a destination. It's a decision. No amount of success replaces a grateful heart. Because without gratitude, even victory feels empty. Look back. Every hardship taught you something. Every closed door redirected you somewhere better. Every delay protected you from something worse. You've been guided all along. You just forgot to notice. Gratitude isn't weakness. It's power disguised as peace. It reminds you that you already have enough to begin. That life is happening for you, not against you. So pause today. Breathe deeply. Whisper thank you for how far you've come and how far you'll go. Because when your heart is grateful, your path becomes light. Most people don't fail because they can't succeed. They fail because they settle for average. Average feels safe. It doesn't demand much. It doesn't hurt much. But it also doesn't fulfill you. It kills your fire slowly. You weren't born for comfort. You were born for greatness. So why play small when your soul wants more? Why dim your light to fit in with the ordinary? The truth is, average is the enemy of purpose. It whispers, "This is enough," when you know it's not. Average keeps you alive, but never awake. It gives you peace, but steals your passion. Don't confuse stability with success. Staying safe is not the same as living fully. Every day you choose comfort. You choose to stay stuck. And one day, you'll realize The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of effort. You're capable of more than you've accepted. Your limits are not walls. They're doors waiting for effort. Push them. Break them. You don't need to be perfect, just relentless. Discipline is louder than talent. When others stop, you keep going. When they rest, you rise. The world doesn't need another average story. It needs yours. Bold, raw, unapologetic. Every time you choose hard over easy, you strengthen your spirit. Every time you do what others won't, you become what others can't. Stop saying good enough. Say, I can do better. Because you can. You always could. Excellence is not a gift. It's a decision. A decision you must make daily. You won't always feel ready. You won't always feel strong. But the strongest ones rarely do. They just act anyway. They fight through fear, through fatigue, through failure. That's how greatness is built, brick by brick. Remember, comfort is a trap disguised as peace. It promises rest, but delivers regret. Don't chase easy. Chase meaning. And meaning is found in effort, in the sweat, the struggle, the climb. Because the climb is what makes the view worth it. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I be proud of my effort? Would I look back and say, I gave it all? Or would I whisper, I played it safe? Safe never changes the world. Safe never inspires anyone. The ones who change everything are those who refuse to settle. They demand more of themselves, even when no one's watching. They dream big and work bigger. They risk failure because they value growth more than comfort. And in doing so, they rise above average forever. So stop making peace with mediocrity. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to break through, to set standards, not follow them. You don't have forever. Time is running right now. Every excuse steals another day. Every hesitation builds another regret. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The time is now. Start before you're ready, because motion creates readiness. Action builds momentum. You can't inspire others by staying comfortable. You inspire by daring greatly, by showing it's possible. And yes, people will doubt you. They'll call you crazy, too ambitious, unrealistic. But remember, the ones who laugh first always clap last. Because one day, they'll see what your courage built. And they'll wish they started too. You only get one shot at this life. Don't spend it halfway alive. Push your limits. Demand excellence from yourself. You're not competing with others. You're competing with who you were yesterday. Rise above that person every single day. And soon, average won't even recognize you, because you were never meant for ordinary. You were meant to be extraordinary. So don't just survive. Lead, build, create. Live with intensity, not hesitation. Pause, because you were born for more, and it's time to prove it. This is it, your moment. Your chance to live, not just exist. You don't get to rewind time. You only get to decide what to do with now. Every breath is a reminder. You're still in the game. Still able to change. Still able to rise. Life won't wait for your confidence. It rewards your courage. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for permission to begin. No one is coming to save you. But someone is ready to fight for you. You. You've been given one shot, one story, one lifetime. Make it count. Don't die with your dreams still inside you. Let the world see what you were built for. Work hard. Stay humble. Move with faith. Toughs. Fall. Rise. Repeat until your name means perseverance. Because success is not about money or fame. It's about becoming the person you were destined to be. When your time comes, may you look back and whisper, I gave it everything. No regrets, no excuses, just growth. That's a life well lived. Now, it's your turn to write yours. Start today. Start scared. Start anyway. And when this message touches your heart, don't just keep it, share it. Comment what you're starting today. Subscribe and grow with this community of dreamers. Because the world needs more people who live with purpose. More voices that choose hope over fear. Your story isn't finished. It's just getting started, so rise and make this one life count.